Hi, and welcome to SoCal Odyssey the Mind. This is a program where kids have the opportunity to be creative and think beyond the box. And most importantly, where the kids get to solve the problem. Hello everyone, my name is Lynn Larson and I am the SoCal State Association Director. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this introductory presentation so you have a better understanding as you travel through the training. You are participating in the first step of training by simply watching this video. Next, you will work through the online coursework, which is self-paced and is designed to be completed piece by piece or all in one sitting, whichever works best for you. The online course will give you the foundation of information on the main parts of the program. A webinar run by experts in many different areas of Odyssey will share practical application skills for you to use while coaching your team. There will be additional optional webinars available with very specific focuses, and the State Association Problem Captains will have problem-specific videos available for you and your team to view. Each of these training steps builds upon each other, so be sure to complete each step prior to attending the next step. To make the most of everyone's time involved, we will cover from the current point forward and will not review previous steps. So please come to the next jump-off point well prepared. And now a little more about us. Odyssey of the Mind is a creative problem-solving program for kids, beginning as young as kindergarten and all the way through college. Teams are allowed to have up to 7 members. The program began in the late 70s and has been active in California since 1982. SoCal Odyssey of the Mind is a nonprofit 501c3 organization and is completely volunteer-run. Odyssey of the Mind can be operated as an after-school program, as an enrichment class, or integrated into the curriculum. Odyssey of the Mind teaches students to think beyond the box and to work together to develop creative solutions to broadly defined problems. We have many resources to support you on your journey. Coaches training materials that consist of the presentations, handbook, and online course information. The SoCal Odyssey website is filled with many different links and information. Be sure to check it out. Social media is used to share the latest information from Odyssey HQ and much more. Be sure to connect up with us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. A great personal connection with much knowledge is your regional director. Don't hesitate to reach out to them. They are here for you. A little history about Odyssey of the Mind. It was started by Dr. Sam Nicholas, who is kindly known as Dr. Sam. In 1978, he challenged his college students to solve problems in unusual and creative ways, and then had them present their solutions in a competition for the community to see. The program was expanded to New Jersey high schools in 1979. It was originally known as Olympics of the Mind. Creative Competitions, Inc., or CCI, was formed to develop the problems each year and administer the program the nationally and now international level. Nonprofit associations in the individual states and countries run the program in their local areas. So what is Odyssey of the Mind? As I mentioned, it is an international creative problem-solving program, and it culminates each year with the top teams from across the U.S. and around the world presenting their solutions at World Finals. The premise is creativity is a skill that can be taught and further developed with practice. The focus is to develop broad, independent thinking abilities through a challenging and fun learning process by encouraging students to think outside the box and take paths less traveled. It is a team effort based loosely on a sports model. Teams will present their solution in an 8-minute performance at a regional tournament. The tournament and problem will reward creativity and calculated risk-taking in their solution of a complex problem. In the end, we believe that every team presenting a solution is a winner. Much like an individual sports model where it is about doing your best, not where you place, because all teams presenting solutions to the best of their ability are winners. Odyssey of the Mind supports STEM and STEAM and 21st century skills. Some of the core areas that are supported include languages, language arts, mathematics, geography, science, economics, civics, as well as history. It also supports interdisciplinary themes such as global awareness, financial and economic business, entrepreneurial, environmental, health, and civic literacy. Additionally, the program addresses life and career skills such as communication, collaboration, critical thinking, budgeting, and problem solving. These all encourage the development of flexibility and adaptability, productivity and accountability, and responsibility and social and cross-cultural skills. Let's take a look at the program structure and membership options. First, new this season, we have two national membership options. The traditional membership, which is $135 for a group of teams up to 5 plus primary teams. This is for groups that have a school or community organization sponsoring them. The second is the virtual membership, and it is $100 for one team. This is for teams that do not have a sponsor and may be gathering from more than one location. Once a school or community group is registered, they will receive a copy of each of the long-term problems and the program guide. The second step is the SoCal State Association membership, which will register your group at the state level. These funds are used to run an association tournament, trainings, and maintain the program in SoCal. The third step is the regional membership. Each team competing in a regional tournament pays a registration fee per team. This fee is paid in December or January of the competition year when the team registers for the regional tournament. What is the structure of a team? First, teams are formed by 5 to 7 students participating in the long-term problem. All team members participate in the long-term presentation and spontaneous, which we'll talk about more in the webinar. A maximum of 7 minds can work on the long-term problem. For example, if the team started with 7 children and one of the team members dropped, a maximum of 7 children have already worked on the problem, or 7 minds. However, if a team started with 6 children and a team member dropped, then another team member could be added because no more than a total of 7 minds have worked on the problem. In addition, the teams participate within age divisions. In the U.S., these are based upon the age of the oldest team member and that student's grade level. We have primary through college, which you can see the breakdown of the divisions on the screen. Let's take a look now at the 3 components of Odyssey of the Mind. First is the long-term problem, which is worth up to 200 points. Each long-term problem has specific rules and scoring elements. Teams present their solution in an 8-minute performance at the tournament. The second element is spontaneous, which is worth up to 100 points. Teams are given a problem to solve on the spot at the tournament. There are 3 types of spontaneous problems, which are verbal, verbal hands-on, and hands-on. Teams do not know which type of problem they will receive, so it's always good to practice all 3 different types at practices. The third component is style. This is the elaboration of the long-term solution and is worth up to 50 points. The unique approach to solving the problem or how their solutions set them apart from the rest is the focus of style. This is not simply solving the problem, but the style used to present it. Team scores from long-term, style, and spontaneous are combined for their total score at tournament. Each year, 6 new long-term problems are written and issued by Odyssey of the Mind for the teams to solve. Let's take a look at the long-term problems for this season. Problem 1 is the vehicle problem, and this year it is called Omer the Roamer. Problem 2 is the technical problem. This year it is Virtual Odyssey. Problem 3 is the classics problem. It is Omer and the Beanstalk. Problem 4 is the balsa wood structure problem, and this year it is It's a Trap. Problem 5 is the performance problem. It is called Superhero Socks, a cliffhanger beginning. Problem 6 is the primary problem for kindergarten to 2nd grade, and it is titled Animals Are People Too. It is a non-competitive problem, and these teams only compete at the regional level. The problem synopses for these can be found on the state and national website. These synopses are simply brief descriptions, and they do not attempt to give you all the details needed to solve the problem. Each problem has a cost limit, which is between $125 and $145. In California, we have 3 levels of tournaments. Regional. This tournament is the one in your area. Based on advancement guidelines, top-ranked teams advance to the SoCal State Association tournament. we have our State Association Tournament. This is a tournament for teams that advanced from our regional tournaments. The top 2 teams in each problem and division, plus any Renatra Fusca Award recipients, advance to World Finals. World Finals. Teams from California, the other states in the U.S., and countries from all over the world come together to let their creativity shine. The traditional membership tournament will take place in person, conditions permitting, in late May at Michigan State University. The virtual membership World Finals will take place online in mid-June. Safety is our top priority for SoCal Odyssey of the Mind this year. Due to the current health and safety conditions in our state and the SoCal State Association, we would like to ask that you and your team throughout the season follow the safety guidelines set by your local, county, state, and national government agencies. Follow the safety guidelines set by your school district, school, or community group if you are sponsored. We are asked that teams are to practice appropriate social distancing, and it is recommended at this time that you meet using virtual options. Please make good choices for you and those around you. This looks to be an exciting new virtual season with so many possibilities. If you have any questions or just need some guidance, be sure and reach out. There are many options for support and we are here for you, so don't hesitate. Be sure to do the online self-paced course before the webinar. We look forward to your participation at the webinar for coaches training in a couple of weeks. Please note we will start right on time and we appreciate you being on time. Once you have signed up and have completed the online coursework, you will have access to other resource videos and materials. Thank you for your dedication to supporting students in their journey of creativity and thinking beyond the box. Be safe and thank you.